She's like, yeah, I done it too. Yep. We gotta have everything before we graduate, you know?
Stuff now, it's all.
I know it is reflective. Turn one of those things.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I can recognize it. The technology has passed us by. Technology is just, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. Well, technology has passed me and you. Talking about me. Dick, you guys kept talking.
Well, there was nothing technological about.
Here's your man.
They've been telling me about it.
You know, Michael,
Is this going? Hi, Michael.
Hi.
How are you? Yeah.
So what's going on in this place?
Well, I really need to defer to Jim because he's the instructor. He's the teacher. He's the one that got the place. He's the one who taught the course in here. So I'm just here to help.
This humble little old me, right? No. You got something.
Well, okay, but let me sit first. Let me
Okay,
just-
you have been running, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
This is like Dave in 2001.
It is. It's a big piece of glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know you're being photographed.
Well, actually, it doesn't really feel like I'm being photographed. There's just
You're being
this thing.
scrutinized.
There's just this thing. It's not necessarily.
It hides the
It's
camera.
hard to tell what's happening. But how has it gone so far? Have you asked questions of these youngins?
Everybody told me about that, we looked through their stuff. And
Oh, good. And Chatham will be coming soon.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So she's on her way. Did they talk about the space and how it was a meeting place?
Tell me about how you think about the space and the meeting place.
Well, I would say that the critical thing is instead of having to pack up and move out after every class, the students were able to stay. They had a space they could rely on. They understood the light over a period of time. One with the shadows being in a certain spot and so on. I know today we have sometimes, I think the light's been different at different times, but in terms of natural light. But something like that is invaluable. And that's something we don't get when everybody has to pack up at the end of the class. And we have had the opportunity for senior project people to be in one spot, with that small skylight studio, but that's one or two at a time. And this was a whole, upper level group that each had this chance to be settled. And that also gives an opportunity to speak to one another, to come in at off hours and
Wait a second.
Are we going to get to see this?
Yeah. Tell me again.
This is so strange. I can't remember what I was saying.
You were telling me about the seniors get to have a
Oh,
space.
in the past, senior project students have had dedicated space, but that's been one or two at a time. So imagine you guys, with a group of you, could come in and expect to see other people working at off hours and see what someone had done on a painting the night before. Even a class period may not have happened, but you can see what's going on over the week, and that creates a more real situation, I think, with the painting. It's part of your life. It's ongoing. So.
I think this young lady mentioned it a minute ago, that interaction that the students were able to have, that really, that helped a lot. You liked that a lot. So I think that's neat. I think it is neat to be able to do that.
Yeah, we do feed off of each other. 'Cause one person starts painting, painting the purple and yellow like Eric. Everybody in the room starts painting purple and yellow. Yeah.
And it's nice to just kind of have a space that you're comfortable in, that you don't have to worry about picking up for the next class, because it seems like most of the classes that I've had that are 2D oriented, drawing and painting before, we've had to pick up our stuff for the next class, and we haven't had, we've had to stick it in a locker, and so you're never really comfortable in your space. It's never your space.
The studio becomes very personal to each person. It's kind of like you can't be honest in a space that you're not comfortable in. There's just no way, and if it takes you 4 weeks to get comfortable in a space, like it took me a month before I was comfortable to paint here the way I'm painting now. I mean, the first 4 weeks we were in here, I was awful. I just couldn't produce anything. So you have to have a space that's kind of permanent and you're relaxed in, and you can feel comfortable coming here at any time, and be able to work immediately and not have to take this grace period of warming up and getting loosened up in the space. And I think that was the biggest advantage of having this space.
Tell me about how much time you'd spend a week here.
Every day,
Yeah.
almost 8 to 12 hours a day, easy. I was here every morning by 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then I had, 1 or 2 other classes, but from about lunch to, 5 or 6 in the afternoon, it's every day. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I was fortunate enough to be here all day and at night, so, you definitely got the use out of the space.
What about you?
Yeah, about the same. I travel from Laurel too, so I can't stay up here too late, but if I could, I would be sleeping in this room.
Yeah.
We had talked about buying hammocks.
Yeah, we thought about getting hammocks, but there were nights we were here, we get here at 2 o'clock and we stay here at 2 or 3 in the morning working and, feed off each other and talking, and it was a great experience just to be here like that. Yeah. And it's hard to do that in a small space where we can't get together or that's not ours, where we have to share it with, drawing people or people coming in to do different things and having to worry about things disappearing. Yeah. It's hard to do.
But also, I know you say this all the time, we're not about playing school. And so this space is really kind of how it would be if we had our own studio, and so it's really helped just kind of getting out of that mindset of we're in a classroom, and just being in a space that's open, where our paintings can actually breathe and we can step back and look,
That's the biggest thing is stepping
Yeah,
back.
and just really seeing, and you see, you can just, take a look and really see what everybody's doing, and I think just getting out of that mindset of, we're playing school, just getting out of that and just being real and honest. I think that's what it's about, just being honest with what you're working with,
Compare this bunch to other bunches that you've seen here.
I had a bunch of bunches over the years there, as you know, Dick. I told these kids the other day, I thought they were as good a group as we ever had. This large number of folks, and I've been here 37 years. But we've had other good individuals, 2 or 3 at a time. But as a group of advanced painting, this really has been advanced painting at USC.
What about this particular space to paint in?
Well, the space was just wonderful. We lucked out in getting it, and I called in some old favors of people that I knew I could go and ask in administration. And I had to promise my firstborn if we didn't leave here by December 12th. And so it's worked out real well for all of us. And it's a place that we gave them a key to it, and we could trust them in it, and it just worked out real well.
Okay.
One thing worth saying is that we teach these students freshman design, freshman drawing in a kind of a classroom manner, and this keeps popping up over and over what Laura Beth and Eric have said. But this has been treating them as independent individuals.
Michael. Okay, say it again.
Well, we have these freshman courses, which are more, daily routines, daily assignments, and, times to hand in homework and so forth like that. And what this has been letting these students work more independently on their own. Everyone in here is working in kind of, they say they have a common influence on each other, but they're also working in an independent, individual way. And so it's a chance to kind of let them fly out of the nest and fly out of as Laura said, fly out of the schoolhouse and get a taste of what it's like having an art studio. And for undergraduate students, I think it's a very good experience. If they go to graduate school, it won't be anything new after this. This will be good preparation for them. Okay, you want me to frown again?
It's my plan.
What are you going to do?
Change the world. No, through art. I don't know. I just got back from Africa, and I got to teach a class of art, and that really just opened my eyes to, I really could see myself teaching, so I think I'm going to go that route. I know it's so cliche to say, but yeah. So I think after my senior year, I'll probably go to grad school and then see where that leads me into teaching. And
Okay. What about you?
My immediate plans are to pursue grad school next fall, and I definitely want to pursue this professionally as an artist, and I'm going to do that for a while. And I'm excited about starving for 5 years and just roughing it out and do it. I really want to do it, but eventually I'm going to return to the academic setting. I want to teach and kind of do what for other students what we've gotten.
Okay.
Well, I still have a year left of school, and I do want to go to grad school. I am thinking about getting my master's in art education. And right now I work at Lauren Rogers Museum doing an internship. So I would like to work in the museum too if I could. That's my plans.
Well, this is kind of awkward. My plan, I'm graduating in May. I have absolutely no idea ultimately what I want to do. But I have applied to MilSAPs in the fall pre-med. And I'm going to take the MCAT next spring. I'll have about a semester and a half really of prereqs to finish. We'll see. I mean, it's still kind of, I'm open.
What are your plans?
I get asked about 5 times a week when I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire when they pull the chalk chuck out of my cold, stiff hand over there in front of the green chalkboard over in the George Hurst. It's when I keel over the final time. You can't get back up. That'll be it. Now, I have no intention of doing anything but teaching drawing and painting and design. And trying to take care of myself. Try to stay out of trouble. How about you, Janet? What are your plans?
I think we should talk about the show coming up that many of these guys are in. Have you spoken about it yet?
No, I hadn't mentioned the show.
They are going to be in a gallery downtown this Saturday afternoon, evening, for the art walk and also the cultural center, right? So ask them about it.
Okay. Everybody?
I have 2 pieces in the show and during the art walk. That's
I'm showing 4 paintings, and the show's at the newly opened Oddfellows Gallery downtown on Front Street. Is that right? Front Street?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's exciting. We hung the show yesterday, and it looks pretty great, so excited to see what happens. And then myself and Chatham and Kyle will be in another show the same night at the Hattiesburg Cultural Center on Main Street. So 2 shows one night.
Saturday night? Saturday night. What time?
Same.
Are you in there?
I have 2 of the pastels that are
4
in that show.
Yeah, the art walk's
Are you in it?
No.
Oh,
sadly.
okay.
I don't know.
Guys, I enjoyed looking at that. I think you like Mr. Meade, Zinnia over here. I'm proud for Dick to come down and film it. I'm anxious to see how it all fits together when Dick does his thing. On a disc or what will it be?
Oh, we'll make DVDs if that's what you want.
Okay.
Like 10 wallet size.
Yeah.